Hi everyone. Till now we have covered how to debug in Visual Studio and what are the benefits of debugging in Visual Studio. And we have also seen how to use F5, F10, and F11 to debugging, and how to put breakpoints, how to enable disable breakpoints, and how to delete breakpoints, and how to find all breakpoints in your application using breakpoint window. And we have also explored call stack and code maps in Visual Studio in debugging. Okay, so now in this session we will cover the few more topics that are related to debugging only. We will cover auto window and local window and watch window. So these are debugger tools, you can say, in Visual Studio. These will help you to debug your application in Visual Studio. Okay, so now let me show you what is auto window and what is local window before watch window. Okay, first of all we will cover auto and local, then we will cover watch. So let me Chrome browser and see what Microsoft says about these auto and local window. Let me search auto and local window, and it will directly list me the first link of Microsoft is docs.microsoft.com. So this is the documentation provided by Microsoft.com. So I will click on this link, and yeah, so let's read this. What it's saying? It's saying auto and local windows show variable values while you are debugging. Okay, so this auto and local windows are used to see the variable values in your program while you are debugging. Okay, and it's further saying these windows are only available during a debugging session. Okay, auto, local, immediate window, and call stack, like that we discussed earlier. These windows are debug windows. These are visible only in debugging. Okay, if you are not debugging your program, or you are just running your program without debugging using Control F5, in that case you will not see auto window, local window, call stack. Okay, so now what is the difference? Why we have two different windows like auto and local to see the variable values, right? So auto window shows variables used around the current breakpoint. Okay, auto window will list you only those variables which are later to your current command in your debugging. Okay, or you can say current code statement, or the preceding statement related to that current breakpoint. And on the other side, if we talk about local, local windows show variables defined in the local scope. Okay, or you can say current function or current method. Okay, I will show you one demo in Visual Studio of auto and local window. Okay, so let me switch to Visual Studio. So I'm having Visual Studio here, and I'm having one console application, and this is just a simple console application having one program.cs file with the main method. Okay, and let's see how to use auto and local window in Visual Studio. Okay, let's suppose we are having some mathematical formula. We were just adding two numbers. Okay, a is equal to 10 integer, b is equal to 20. Now we are performing integer c is equal to a plus b. Okay, I will put breakpoints here. Now let me press F5 to debug this application. Okay, now you can see here this is a call stack window that we discussed in last session, and this is auto window, auto, local window, watch window. Okay, and if we are not seeing auto or local window while debugging, you can launch this window from debug menu. Click on debug menu, click on window, and click on there should be auto or local. Okay, if you click on auto or local, it will launch these three together. auto window, local window, and watch window. Okay, just go to debug menu, click on Windows, click on auto, local, or watch window. Okay, and yeah, so we are having auto window, local window, and watch window. Okay, if I click on auto window, it's listing two variables. Okay, args, that is command and arguments here, and a is the current variable. Okay, in the auto window you are getting only those variables which are related to your current statement only. Okay, so we are at line number 13, is listing only variable a and variable args. If we click on local, okay, so it's listing all in this method. Okay, if you click on local, it will show you all the variables in current function or method. Have a look here. In the locals window, you are having all the variables in this window. In this main method, we are having four variables. One is args, that is string variable, string array variable to receive command and arguments. And this is the first argument. And second variable is a, having value 10. And third variable is b, having value 20. And fourth variable is c, having a value of a plus b. Okay, so if you click on local window, it will list you all the variables in this current scope or current method or current function. But if you click on auto, it will just list you all the variables or arguments which are related to your current command statement. Okay, now have a look. Our control is at line number 13. Okay, so it will list you current command variables plus the previous command variables in the current scope. Okay, so our previous command was string args. Okay, so it's listing only two. Now if I press F10, you will see that from in local window we are having all the variables. Okay, because we are in main method, our scope is main method, so it is having all the variables args, a variable, b variable, c variable. Okay, you can see that here local window is having all the variables. But if I talk about auto, previously it was showing args variable. Okay, now it's showing b variable is in the current statement line number 14, plus is showing variable of last statement. Okay, so this is the difference between auto and local. Local will list you all the variables that are in the current scope or current method or current function. Okay, or you can some people call it as procedure. But if you talk about auto window, it will list you only those variables which are in current active command. Okay, so this is the difference between auto and local. Now benefit of these windows is auto and local, as we have seen in this browser window, is saying we can see the values of variables. Okay, we can use auto and local windows to show variable values. Now let's see how we can do that. So now in our program we are having a variable, b variable, and c variable, and args variable, right? Now if we want to see the value of these variables, let's start with args. Okay, so we are not passing any command and arguments, so args will be empty. So you can see that args this is an empty array. Okay, now value of a is 10. Okay, so value of a is 10 here. So now your control is at line number 14. That means line number 14 is still not executed. Okay, so you can say this is the default value of your variable b. Okay, and similarly for c. Now you can use this local window to see the default values for any data type. Okay, if you are not aware about the default value for any data type, you can use this local window to see the default value for that particular data type. Now default value for b is 0. Integer is 0. Okay, now if I press F10 here, you will see that it will update the value of b to 20. Now value of b is 20. Okay, and currently value of c is 0. Okay, if I just execute this line number 15, it will update the value of c to 30. Okay, currently we are having c is equal to 0. Let me press F10, Have a look. It's updating a value of C to 30. Okay, and in the auto window it is showing all the previous statements A comma B comma C. So value of A is 10, value of B is 20, and the value of C is 30. Okay, so in the line number 15 we were having three variables A, B and C. So that's why it's listing three variables A, B and C. Okay, using this auto and local window you can see the values of these variables. Okay, like this. So it's a local window is listing you all the values of A, B and C. So let me list some benefits here. Now what are the benefits of auto or local window? Okay, so using auto and local window you can see the values of your variables. You can see the values of your variables at runtime. Okay, and if you update the value of A again, okay, let's suppose in our program we are updating the value A is equal to 40. Okay, and let me shift the control back to. Now if I execute this statement, it will update the value of A to 40. Have a look. It's showing A is equal to 40. Okay, so this is the first advantage of auto and local window, to see the values of your variables at runtime. Now next benefit is you can update the value of variables. You can update the values of these variables at runtime using auto and local window. Okay, let me show you how to do that. Let me complete this. Okay, let me execute this statement again. From local window, see that current value of A is 0, B is 0 and C is 0. Okay, if I press F10, now value of A is 10. Okay, and value of B is 20. Have a look. Value of A is 10, value of B is 10. Okay, now in our debugging, if I want to update the value of A to 50, how can you update that? You can just in the local window or auto window, you can just update the value of A by double click here, double click in this area and update the value here. I will just change 10 to 50 and press enter. Now the value of A is 50. You can see from here, just mouse over on A variable, you can see that value of A is now 50. Okay, now I just show you example of how to update the value of variable using local window. Similarly, you can use auto window to update the value. Okay, we use local window to update the value of A. Now we will update the value of B using auto window. Okay, let's suppose I want to change the value of B to 100. Okay, again just type 100 here and press enter. Now you can see the values here. Value of A is 50 and is showing value of B is 100. Now if I calculate this expression, it will result into 140. Now value of C is 140. Okay, so this is the another benefit of you can update the values of your variables at runtime. Like I show you, using auto window or local window, you can update the values of these variables at runtime. Okay, so let's see on the documentation page what else is there. So it's saying you can see any objects, you can use class objects, or you can see array objects. Okay, let me create some array object here. Let's suppose I am having one string array here of names, name1 comma name2 and name3 comma name4 comma name5. Now we are having one string array here and we are having 5 names in this array. Let me stop the debugging and we will start it again. Okay, let me start it again. Now have a look. In your auto window, it's showing you two variables, a variable and names variable. Similarly, in local window, it will list you all the variables. In our current main method, we are having args variable. This is the first variable, and names is the second variable. A is third variable, B is fourth variable, and C is fifth variable. Okay, you can see all the variables from here. Okay, and args variable is empty because this is command line argument. We are not passing any command line argument. That's why this array is empty. Now we are having one names array, and it is having 5 values. You can expand this variable after clicking on this arrow button. Okay, have a look. It's showing you a value at 0 index. We are having name 1 value. At 1 index we are having name 2 value. At index 3 we are having name 4 value. Okay, and if you want to update any value, you can do that. Okay, just double click in this area and type your new value. Okay, I want to update this value as tester. Okay, so right now if you just mouse over to this names field and click on this arrow, have a look. At index 3 we are having name tester. Okay, so using this local or auto window, you can see complex object also. You can see arrays, you can see class objects, you can see local variables like integer, basic data type actually, like integer, string, float, double. Okay, so you can explore all the objects in this local window or auto window. Let's see what else is saying. And it's saying we can add the variable values in the auto or local window that we already see. We can modify the values here after double clicking on this area. And if you are having string value, you need to type in double quotes. Okay, I can type it to ABC, anything. Okay, so you can update the values here, and similarly you can perform the same process in local window. Now difference between auto and local is, in the auto you will get only those variables which are related to this command only, current command only in the debugging. Okay, and the previous command. But if you talk about local will list you all the variables in this particular method, or you can say scope, or you can say function or procedure. It's your call. You can call it method, function, anything. Okay, but it will list you only those variables which are in current scope. Okay, so if we exit from this main method, let me create one more method to show that what is local scope. Okay, so I will create one method here, public int add two numbers, integer a comma integer b. Okay, in this we will create integer sum is equal to 0 and sum is equal to a plus b and return sum. Okay, so now I've just created one new method here, add two numbers. I will call this method from here, add two numbers. I need to make this method static, otherwise I need to create some object of this class. Add two numbers. I will pass 10, 20. Okay, so let me press F5. In this example, I'm just showing you what do you mean by local scope. Okay, what is the scope of any function? Right now we are in main method. Okay, let me change a variable names in add two numbers method to x or y. Okay, x and y to clear the difference. Okay, I will just change it to x and y. Let me stop it. Let me run it again. Have a look. Our current control is in main method. Okay, so in the local window you are getting only those variables which are in main method. In main method we are having args variable is there, we are having names variable is there, We are having a variable is there in local window. We are having b variable is there in local window. We are having c variable is there in local window, and variables x comma y which are in add to numbers are not listed there. Okay, this is called local scope. It will list only those variables which are in current method or function. Okay, now if I call this add to numbers method, have a look. Right now we are our control is in method add to numbers. Okay, and it's listing only those variables which are in add to numbers method. In add to numbers method we are having three variables. X is the first, y is the second, sum is the third. Okay, so in the local window we are getting only three variables, x, y and sum. Okay, and we are not getting a we are not getting these variables like a, b, c, names or args in this local window. Okay, so this is called scope of your program. Okay, now these variables are these x, y and sum. These variables only exist in memory until unless you are executing this method. Okay, once execution of this method got completed, these variables will be deleted automatically. Okay, so let me execute this. Till now, till line number 15 we are having these variables here, x, y, sum. If I press F10, it will move back to main method. Now see that we are not having x, y, sum in local window, and we are getting all the variables of main method again in local window. We are having args in main method, args is there. We are having names is there. We are having a, b, c, and a, b, c variables are there. Okay, this is called scope of your function or method. Okay, and local window will only list those variables which are in current scope of your method or function. Okay, and so this is all about auto and local. We already seen demo of so let's see what else it's saying. It's saying we can inspect variables in the auto and local window. We can see the values of these variables. We already see that. And it's saying how to use the auto and local windows. I already show you demo of auto and local window. If you are not seeing these auto and local window, you can launch it from debug menu. Click on debug menu, click on windows, click on auto or local. Okay, it will launch automatically auto, local and watch windows together. Okay, you can click on auto, local, any of these options. And next point is edit variable values in the auto or local window. I already showed you demo of how to update the value. If you want to update any variable value at runtime, you can just double click in this area and you can just replace this value. Let's suppose I want to change the value of a to 50. I can just type 50 and press enter. Now the value of a is 50 in this particular method. Okay, so this is added variable value in the auto or local window. Now it's saying search in the auto or local window, and let's suppose it's saying if we have to search any particular variable. Okay, right now we are having very small program, and that's why we are just getting only 5 or 6 variables here. In a complex application you can have around 1000 variables in your application. So in that case, if you want to search by any name, let's suppose I want to search this names variable. Okay, I can type here names, press enter. It will just highlight that variable. Okay, and if you want to expand it, you can click on this arrow and it will expand you all the values. And another benefit we forgot, if you want to see the type of particular variable, let's suppose we are not aware about data type of particular variable. Okay, let's suppose you want to see the data type of a variable. Okay, so this is the field, this is type field. It will show you the data type of that particular variable. Okay, like data type of names is string array, it's listing string array. Okay, so these are the 3 points about you can see the values of your variables at runtime. You can update the values of your variables at runtime. Okay, and the third point is you can search your variable from local window. Okay, so these are the three benefits of auto and local window in debugging. And note that these windows are only visible when you are debugging. Okay, if you are running your program without debugging, you will not see these windows on your Visual Studio. Okay, that's all about auto and local window. And if you have any questions about auto and local window, you can write in the comment section. Now let's switch to watch window. Okay, again we will search on Google what is watch window in Visual Studio. Okay, so this is again documentation provided by Microsoft. I will click on this link. Now let's have a look what it's saying. It's saying watch variables with watch windows and quick watch. Let's read it further. It's saying while you are debugging, you can use watch windows and quick watch to watch variables and expressions. Okay, the windows are only available during a debugging session. That I already told you. If you want to see auto window, local window, immediate window, call stack window, these windows are only visible when you are debugging your application. If you are running your application without debugging, these windows are not visible. Okay, now let's see what it's saying. You can observe variables with a watch window. Okay, and you can have more than one watch window and observe more than one variable at a time. Okay, so let me tell you what is watch window. Again, this is just like to see the values of your variables. Okay, but you need to put watch explicitly. Okay, like in a local window, it will automatically list you all the variables in your current scope in your local method. But in the case of watch window, you need to add a watch. Okay, you need to add a watch to a particular variable to see the value of that variable. Okay, you need to first of all add a watch. I will show you practically how to add a watch to any variable. Okay, to see the benefit of a watch window is to see the values of your variables, and let me know this, to see the value of your variables or expression. Now difference between local window and watch window is local window will only list you variables which are in current scope. But if in the watch window, if you add watch to any variable, it will show you the value of that variable till execution. Okay, it's not limited to any particular scope. It will always show you the updated value of that variable. Okay, let me give you one demo of watch window, how to use that, and how to add a watch to a single variable or a multi-variable. After the demo, you will have a clear picture about that. Let me launch Visual Studio. So we are having one console application here. This is empty console application. We are having one main method and class program. Okay, to see a demo of how to add watch in your Visual Studio, let me create some variables here. I will create a variable is equal to 10 and integer b variable is equal to 20 and integer c is equal to a plus b. Okay, and you can just reassign some value to a variable. Okay, I am updating value of a to 20 here. Okay, and b to 50 here. So now if I have to add a watch here, I will just right click on this a variable and click on add watch. First of all, I need to debug this application. In debugging, you can add watch. Okay, so let me press F5. Now our application is application in debug mode. Okay, if I have to add a watch for let me clear this all old watch in my Visual Studio. Okay, so this is watch window. You see that this is watch window. If watch window is not visible on your screen, you can launch watch window from debug menu. Debug, click on Windows, click on watch. There will be one watch window in this list. Let me look at, yeah, this one. So click on this watch window, it will launch here. Okay, so this is watch window. Let me clear the old history. Right now I'm not having any item in this watch. Okay, so let me add this a variable to watch. Okay, to add a to watch, just right click on this variable. Just click on this a variable, right click here and click on add watch. Now have a look. This a variable got added to watch window. Now you can see the value of this a variable and the type of this a variable. So default value for a is 0 and the type is integer. And once I execute line number 14, it will assign 10 value to a variable. Have a look, it's updating value here. Okay, and in the next statement we are having b variable, but we have not added b to watch, right? So that's why it's not listing b here. Okay, if you want that, we can add add to watch. Right click on b variable and click on add watch. Now have a look, we got b in watch window and default value is 0, type is integer. Now if I press F10 here, it will assign 20 value to b variable. Okay, and in the line number 16 we are just calculating sum of a plus b is equal to c, right? We have not added c to watch, that's why c is not added to this list. Now we will update the value of a from 10 to 20. Now current value of a is 10. Now after execution of line number 17, it will just reset the value of a to 20. Have a look. Now current value of a is 20. Okay, so this is the benefit of watch window. Once you put some watch on any variable, you can just get the latest value of that variable from watch window. Okay, so if I update the value of b variable, current value of b variable is 20. After execution of line number 18, it will be converted to 50. Have a look, it's showing 50 here. And if you want to update the value, you can just type your value here, it will update the value. Okay. Now this is just a simple demo of watch window to see the value of your variables. Now now we have to understand the difference between local window and watch window, right? Earlier we discussed about this local window, right? Local window also lists some variables, and watch window is just doing the same thing. You can see the value of your variables or expressions in watch window. Now let's understand the difference between local and watch. Like I have told you earlier, in local window you will get only those variables which are in your current scope. Right now we are in main method, right? So it's listing all the variables of this main method in local window. And if we create some method here, let me get one method here, public static int add two numbers, or let me yeah, we will use add two numbers, and we will pass two variables here, integer x, integer y. Okay, and we will just use integer sum is equal to x plus y. We will return sum from here, return sum. Okay, so we will put breakpoint here, line number 13 and line number 14. Now let me stop the execution. Let me press F5 to execute this program in debug mode. So we started our application. Let me clear the old history of watch points. Currently, we are having 4 variables in local window. We are in main method. You can see this yellow area. That means currently we are in main method, scope of main method. So local window is showing you 4 variables. ARGS, that is command line arguments, A variable, B variable, and C variable. Okay. So in local window we are getting 4 variables, but in watch window we are not getting any variable. Now let's suppose I want to add this A variable to watch window, add watch, right click on B, add to watch. Now we are having 2 variables A and B in watch window. Okay. Uh, Currently we are having default values of A and B because we have not executed line number 18 and 19. Okay. After execution of line number 18 and 19, it will assign values to these variables. So let me execute line number 18 and 19. Okay. Now see that values of A and B is 10 and 20. Similarly, you will get values in local window 10 and 20. Now difference is when we call this add two numbers method. Let me call this add two numbers method. I will pass A comma B here. Let me rerun this code. So let me clear old watch points. Okay, so let me add A to watch window, add watch. Let me add B to watch window. Now we are having 2 variables in watch window. Okay, A and B. In local window we are having 3 variables, ARGS, A, B. Okay, and because our current control is in main method. So let me execute line number 18 and 19. Now see that values of A and B got updated. We are having value of A is equal to 10 and value of B is equal to 20. Same in watch window. Value of A is equal to 10 and value of B is equal to 20. Now when we execute this method, when we invoke this method add two numbers, our control will shift to this method add two numbers. Let me press F10. Now our control is in another function, not in main function. Now our control is in add two numbers method. In this method we are having 3 variables, X variable, Y variable, and sum variable. Okay, so local window will only list you variables related to this method only, add two numbers. You can see the value of X is equal to 10, Y is equal to 20, and sum is equal to 0. Okay, now it's not, the local window is not listing you values of A and B. Okay, so this is the difference. You added watch for A and B, but in the watch window you will still get values of A and B. Okay, and on the other side local window will only list you those variables which are in current scope, like our control is in add two numbers method. So local window will only list these variables X, Y, and sum. Okay, it will not list A and B in local window or auto window. So if you want to see the values of some variables throughout your application, okay, without the scoping thing, then you can use watch feature. You can just right click on this variable and use add watch feature, and it will add it to your watch window. It's saying is doesn't exist in current context. Let me read this one. Okay, so it is showing value of A and B is equal to 10 and 20. Okay, this is the benefit of watch. Let me complete this. Now see that values of A and B are still 10 and 20. If I update the values here, okay, let me now see that it will set the value of A to 50. Okay, I just updated value of A to 50. Now it's showing 50 again. Okay, so this is the benefit of watch feature in Visual Studio as compared to local and auto window. Local window will only display those variables which are in current scope, method, or procedure. But on the other side, if you want to see the variables throughout your application, the value of these variables got updated or not, or you want to just see the recent values of these variables, you can use watch feature for that. Okay, that's all about watch feature, and you can explore it. And if you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section. Now, in the watch section, you can add a number of variables here. Like now, we are having only two variables. You can set to watch for any data type, string variable, any data type. Okay, so that's all about watch window. So in this session, we have covered the three topics: uh, auto window, local window, and watch window. Okay, and these all windows are related to debugging only. These all windows are only relevant when you are debugging your application. Okay, you can see these windows when you are debugging your application. If you are running your application without debugging, you will not see these. You will not see these windows. Okay, okay, guys, that's all for today. Thank you so much.